Welcome to another video of Catholic van life. In this video I'm exploring the parishes of Bega and Cooma as I make my way towards Kosciuszko. I had actually made a friend that had followed me along the way. I met him in Lake's entrance and bumped into him again in Eden, and yeah, we decided to start traveling together and hang out a bit, so you'll see him floating around. But I hope you enjoy the video.
I love that. Oh, there's a fish. A fish. Yeah.
This is St. Mary's Star of the Sea in Tathra, part of the St. Patrick's Parish, which also includes St. Patrick's in Bega, which I'll address next, St. Joseph's in Candelo, and St. Columba's in Boca. Clear information was scarce on the founding/making of this church, the only sources being from old newspapers in the Trove record. A detailed regional travelogue published in the Trove on 11th November 1871 confirms the building was already standing. Correspondent describes it as a plain wooden structure sitting almost on the top of the hill overlooking the township below. The same 1871 record confirms that Reverend Patrick Slattery was officiating over the extensive district at the time. He was highly influential in the Bega Valley, famously designing the neighbouring Heritage Church in Candelo. On the 5th of January 1939, Trove entry documents the expansion and official presence of the Tathra Catholic Church at this site. Just a year later, on the 26th of February 1940, Tathra's tragic day, a catastrophic bushfire devastated the town. Newspaper accounts vividly report that the wildfire sped, burning around the new Catholic Church, but the flames swept well above it, and thus it was saved, while surrounding stores and homes burned to the ground. Over time, other churches were also built in neighbouring villages. These church communities have now joined together due to the shortage of priests to form the current parish area in the Bega Valley. We heading to the mountains. Woo! Oh my goodness.
O Adonai, et uxomus Israel, cui Moisi in igne flamme rubi apparuisti.
This is St. Patrick's Catholic Church in Bega. It was officially established as an independent parish in 1865. The current brick church, which replaced an earlier wooden structure, was consecrated in 1882. Before all of that, Mass was held in local farmhouses and McNamara's house. St. Pat's had been a focal point for the Bega Valley's Catholic community and education for over a century. Speaking of the opening, the Bega Standard says, the new church would rejoice the heart of its first missionary priest, Father Kavana, could he revisit the scene of his labours 30-odd years ago. At that time, this pioneer clergyman had the whole of Benaria and this part of the coast for his parish, and may be said to have almost lived in the saddle, being able to visit the people of his communion only twice a year.
Fecit mi magna qui potens est, et sanctum nomen eius,
et misericordia eius a progenie in progenies, timentibus eus,
fecit potentiam in brachio suo, dispersit superbos mente cordis suo.
In 1884, the Sisters of Charity came to Bega to establish their school on the St. Patrick's Church property. The first Sisters of Charity were Mother Xavier Cunningham, Sister Augustine Quelan, Sister Teresa Doyle, and Sister Martha Scanlon. The school established by them became known as the Nazaretto School. The convent, which was built for them by the parish in 1891, was next to the school. The residence for the sisters before this were in small buildings also next to the school. The Sisters of St. Joseph's all had a strong presence in Bega. They replaced the Sisters of Charity in 1926, and remained in the school for the next 75 years.
Padres nostros, Abraham et semini eius in saecula,
gloria Patri et Filio et Spiritui Sancto,
sic ut erat in principio et nunc et semper, et in saecula saeculorum. Amen.
There were between 150 to 160 pupils at the school at the time, and catered for students from primary right through to intermediate. The school behind the convent and the original building that the Sisters of Charity lived in were later torn down, and the land became a part of the playground. This church also celebrates the Syro-Malabar Mass every fourth Wednesday of the month. Well, had a change of plans. Decided, well, I met a friend, and I decided that we're going to go climb Mount Kosciuszko, the tallest mountain in Victoria, and visit the churches there. So, I'm excited. This is St. Patrick's in Cooma, with its parish including St. Columkille's in Jindabyne and St. Mary's in Bombala. In the earliest of days, as with much of these regions, Mass was held in the houses of the faithful. For Cooma they were held in the house of Mr. Alexander Montague, ministered by Father Gavana, the same apostle of horseback that ministered to Pamela. In 1958, Father Gavana was interested himself in the establishment of a church building at Cooma. The church was built in 1877 by Dean O'Brien, who also built the presbytery in 1878 in the Chaldean Scots Gothic style and changed little externally, at least until the extension in 1981, the addition of 2 new stained glass windows in 1988. St. Patrick's replaced an earlier church, the first Roman Catholic church in Cooma, on Commissioner Street, dating from 1861. Many Irish people, finding it difficult to get employment in the post-war boom in Europe, joined migrants from 27 other countries and arrived in Cooma to work on the Snowy Mountain Hydro Scheme, the biggest hydroelectric scheme the world had ever seen, between 1959 and 1974. Of the 121 workers who died while the scheme was constructed, 15 were Irish. Quite like this little ballad, The Cooma Cavaliers, written by an Irish worker, Ulrich O'Boyle, it nicely sums up the spirit and camaraderie of the diverse workforce employed on the Snowy scheme. It's dark in that tunnel, and work she is rough. By the time it hits payday, we've all had enough. So we're rushing to Cooma to have us one spree. 4 Italians, 3 Germans, 2 Yugoslavs and me. Before we get inside, our order rings out. 4 vinos, 3 snaps, 2 Slavovits, 1 stout. The land on which the church was built cost around £52, the same cost as the original baptism font. The church cost around £4,500 to build. On the 1st December 1858, Father Gavana wrote to Mr. Alexander Montague from Coombian, "My dear Mr. Montague, I feel very much obliged if you will send me plans and specifications of the Cooma church by next mail. There are some tradesmen here who wish to tender for the work. Please tell the stonemasons to send their tenders as soon as possible. Tell the mailman to take every possible care of the plans, etc., etc., to deliver them at my house." The proposed building was to be erected on land having a frontage to Sharp, Bombala and Commissioner Streets, containing an aggregate area of 2 acres, which on 8th of August 1850 was dedicated on the site of the Roman Catholic Church Presbyterian School. Dean Norris, who was made the first parish priest in Cooma, and later the first vicar for Nain for the southern districts of Archdiocese of Sydney, now Dean of the same districts in the Diocese of Goulburn, is still at Cooma and took charge in 1905. Crux Fidelis interones, arboruna nobilis, nulla silvata lem profet, fronde flore germine, most imposing private building in Cooma is that of the Brigittine Convent, supposedly internally austere, and was originally named Holy Cross Convent, though soon renamed. The order was introduced in New South Wales in May 1863 by Reverend Mother John Syrian. As a young girl, she entered the Brigittine Convent on Mount Thrath, Ireland. She came to New South Wales in response to the invitation of Dr. Murray, then Bishop of Maitland, and was accompanied by 5 other Irish-born nuns. Upon arrival in New South Wales, they proceeded to Coonamble and introduced the order there. Mother John then established a foundation in Cooma in 1887. The block of land frontage that on which the Roman Catholic Church Presbyterial built and acquired on it Dean Slattery, then in charge of the parish, caused to be erected at the cost of approximately £6,000, the noble edifice of which today Cooma is justly proud. Additions have been made from time to time. The order has proved during its existence in Cooma a blessing not only to those of the Roman Catholic faith, but to members of other denominations as well. Evident in the Brigittine stories are continuing battles against drought, heat, dust, deadly disease, overcrowded schoolrooms, interfering bishops and demanding priests, inadequate and cramped accommodation, war rationing, and real fears of enemy invasion. The school was run by sisters until 1927, when St. Patrick's Parish School, now catering from kindergarten to secondary school children, came into being. The Brigittine sisters moved out of the building in 1988, at which day St. Patrick's School took over the whole building and now runs as a school office. Well, that is another video of Catholic van life. Quite liked the St. Patrick's Church in Bega. I thought that was really beautiful. Absolutely loved it. And I'm off to Mount Kosciuszko next to summit the tallest mountain in Australia and to see what the Catholic faith is like out there. So wait up for my next video. Until then, God be with you.